Forget Ganon, folks, because today on Press Start Rewind, we're venturing into a Hyrule that you may have never seen before. We're rewinding time to uncover the secret history of The Legend of Zelda. We'll be meeting the masterminds behind the game, unearthing hidden stories, and witnessing how a simple childhood adventure became a legendary franchise. So buckle up your nostalgia shields and prepare for an epic quest. Let's rewind time on The Legend of Zelda. And tell us in the comments below, what game would you like to see next week on Press Start Rewind? The story of Zelda begins with a visionary mind, Shigeru Miyamoto, the legendary game designer who also brought us Super Mario Bros. In the early 80s, Miyamoto yearned to create a game unlike anything seen before. Inspired by his childhood exploration of the Japanese countryside, he envisioned a world brimming with secrets, waiting to be discovered. Imagine venturing into hidden forests, exploring mysterious caves, and stumbling upon unexpected treasures. That was the essence of Miyamoto's dream. Interestingly, the game we know and love wasn't always called The Legend of Zelda. It began its journey as Hyrule Fantasy, a title that perfectly captured the essence of Miyamoto's vision. Development actually started before Super Mario Bros., but Miyamoto prioritized finishing Mario for the NES launch. This hidden gem was first developed for the Famicom Disk System in Japan before being released on the NES worldwide. Back in 1986, most games were linear experiences, guiding players down a set path. The Legend of Zelda shattered that mold. It introduced a vast, open world called Hyrule, where exploration was king. Players weren't spoon-fed information. They had to decipher cryptic clues hidden on gravestones, talk to quirky characters like the Old Man, and experiment to solve puzzles. This sense of freedom and discovery was revolutionary for its time. While Miyamoto was the visionary leader, The Legend of Zelda wouldn't exist without the talented team behind him. Takashi Tezuka, Miyamoto's longtime collaborator, played a crucial role in designing the game's world and story. And who can forget Koji Kondo, the musical mastermind who composed the unforgettable score, including the iconic Zelda theme that still sends shivers down our spines. Now, let's talk about the hero who would become the gaming legend, Link. Interestingly, Link wasn't always the green-clad adventurer we know. Early concept art depicted him in blue and even red tunics. The iconic green we know today was a technical limitation on the NES. It was the only color that allowed Link to stand out clearly against the background. But even with this limitation, Link's design resonated with players. He became a blank slate, an everyman hero we could all project ourselves onto. Link wouldn't be complete without his damsel in distress, Princess Zelda. However, Zelda was far more than just a princess to be rescued. Originally, she was planned to be a playable character, but technical limitations forced her into a damsel role. Despite this, Zelda's character has evolved throughout the series, showcasing her courage, wisdom, and resourcefulness. Every hero needs a villain. The Legend of Zelda introduced us to the malevolent Ganon, the King of Darkness. Ganon's design went through several iterations, starting as a humanoid pig, before transforming into a monstrous, boar-like creature we know today. Ganon's relentless pursuit of power and domination perfectly complements Link's unwavering courage, creating a timeless hero-villain dynamic. In 1986, The Legend of Zelda arrived on the Famicom Disk System in Japan, followed by a cartridge release for the NES worldwide later that year. The game was a breath of fresh air. Critics lauded its innovative open-world design, its captivating puzzles, and its enchanting score. Players were enthralled by the sense of discovery and the challenge of piecing together the fragmented story. The Legend of Zelda wasn't just a critical darling, it was a commercial success, selling a whopping 8 million copies worldwide. The impact of The Legend of Zelda is undeniable. It established a genre, the action-adventure RPG, that continues to thrive today. Countless games owe a debt to Zelda, from sprawling open worlds to the combination of combat, exploration, and puzzle solving. But beyond mechanics, Zelda captured our imaginations. It transported us to a world of wonder where its courage triumphed over evil and exploration was rewarded with discovery. Now, let's delve into some lesser known stories about The Legend of Zelda. Did you know that the iconic "It's dangerous to go alone" message was actually a product of the NES's limited text capabilities? The developers originally intended for a more nuanced message, but the hardware restrictions forced them to be creative. Another interesting tidbit: the hidden 8th dungeon whispered about in gaming circles is actually a cruel rumor with no bias in reality. We all have fond memories of The Legend of Zelda. Perhaps it was the first time you stayed up all night, determined to conquer Ganon. Maybe it was the satisfaction of finally deciphering a cryptic clue. Share your Zelda memories in the comments below. Did you explore every corner of Hyrule? Did a particular puzzle leave you stumped for days? That's all the time we have for today's Rewind, folks. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the origins of The Legend of Zelda. Until next time, keep on gaming. And what classic game would you like us to rewind next? Let us know in the comments below.